la Shalom, shalom b'roma, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharit, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Mi-Melech Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Ani L'Shalom Malachei Ashalom Malachei Elyon Mi-Melech Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Zidchem L'Shalom Malachei Ashalom Malachei Elyon Mi-Melech Malachei Malachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
So I want to welcome some new faces into the congregation. I want to welcome back some familiar faces who are in town visiting and have been members for quite some time. Rhonda, we're so glad you're back. I want to share in the joy that we are celebrating an adult bar mitzvah tonight, that Steve Greenberg is with us, and Stephen and Julie have hosted our preneg, so thank you for doing that, and we're glad to have your whole family with us. Who are the bakers in this group? Oh, I love you guys. We'll talk later. The sourdough. It's unparalleled. And I'm going to welcome our dear friend Avi Solomon, who is visiting from Israel, and you'll hear more from Avi a little later in our service as well. You know, I've mentioned before that so much of our cycle, the Jewish calendar, while it's lunar, it also follows often the agricultural year and cycle in Israel, but we are so far from that. We don't live in Israel. Many of us are not farmers, I'm going to guess, in this room. And so we feel just sort of disconnected to this agricultural cycle. But nonetheless, our prayers keep us in tune. So you may have noticed that in our Amidah, we have shifted from praying Mashiv Haruach Umorid Hagashem, praying for wind to blow and rain to fall, and we are praying for Morid Hatal, who causes dew to fall. And this is because of the agricultural cycle. But it also feels like we're on this cycle with Israel, as we have been for so many months now, in praying for the redemption of our captives and for our people to come home. And there's a beautiful poem that Hannah Yerushalmi, who's a Reform rabbi, recently shared, and I wanted to offer it tonight as we begin our service. It's called Dig In. What do we do when the festival of freedom comes and goes, Pesach, leaving so many still chained in thick darkness, in relentless pain? Dig in, like the plants at the season. Fortify your roots, drinking in the morning dew, settling on leaves. Turn up your face to the sun when it shines. The season for freedom will continue on and on, with growth in the verdant fields and rich blooms of every color, and fruit slowly ripening on branches. And we will be ready any day now to harvest this bounty when they all come home. We will certainly celebrate that day, and we are celebrating many things here together tonight. We like to begin our Shabbat. Part of our Kabbalat Shabbat tradition and ritual at Micah is to share our simchas, the things that are good in our lives. So if you haven't had the best week, you can bask in the goodness of somebody else's. So a simcha you might like to share. I know Al Kerwin turned 90 this week, so that is a big simcha. And we are very glad to share in that. What are some other good birthdays, anniversaries, just positive things happening? We're glad to have the Gutchins with us tonight. It's always a treat. Ooh, are we having a simcha low week? Okay.
Shai's in San Francisco coming home from Tokyo.
I know, in the country. It always feels good after a long week in Japan. What else? Oh, Aaron, hold on.
We had 2 hostages recovered from Israel and returned.
Thank you, Aaron. Yeah. Yeah, Julie.
Well, obviously, I'm just so proud of my husband, and it's so wonderful just to have my whole family here to celebrate.
Our baby boy slept for 7.5 hours for the first time ever at some point in this week. I forgot which day, but it was amazing.
Because you could use a few more of those, and then you'll remember what day it was. Yeah, we can definitely cheer for that, for sure. Okay, I'm coming over here.
We met here we met here 6 months ago, and
Yes.
we've been together that long.
My connection
That
to
is,
the.
I love that. You're going to be on the cover of the next Messenger. That is very exciting. We don't charge for our matchmaking fees. It's like on the house. Love that. So good. Okay, Aaron, I'm coming over to the nice Jewish runner, otherwise known as Aaron.
Nice Jewish Runner celebrated a year of movement and community this past weekend, so some joy, a lot of it actually.
Nice, just in time for Global Running Day.
Nice.
I like the theme.
Well, I'm going to Israel on Sunday.
You
Kinda
are,
exciting.
I know, so good. And Cantor, how many people are going on your trip?
About 12 people from Nashville and 20-something from the southern region. So we'll be
Love it.
posting updates all week long, so follow our journey online.
We will be. All right, well, Julie, we're going to invite you to come join your lovely husband up here to light our Shabbat candles, please.
Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la la la. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner, tzivanu lehadlik ner, tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
So, Julie, I'm going to invite you to grab the talit so that you can give it to Steve. Steve, you're going to come over here and join us. So, Steve, whose talit? What was this? Your original?
It's an old, no, it wasn't, I mean, it's been passed down through the family.
I love that.
I think it was a grandfather, great-grandfather, probably.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
So it's probably 75, close to 100 years old.
Wow, love that.
Yeah, and I've just held on to it. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehit atef bat tzitzit.
Amen.
Amen.
Lecha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabelam. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Shabbat nekabela, shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad, ishmiyanu elam yuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, shemul tiferet v'litchila, lecha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabelam. Likrat Shabbat lecho v'nelcha, ki hi mekor haberacha, merosh mikedem nesucha, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת rise. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה.
Please remain standing for Hatzikah. Yid Gadal v'Yid Kadash Me'Rabba.
Amen.
Yalma Divarach Erute v'Yamlich Malhute.
V'chayechonu yomechon, u'chaye b'chol Beit Yisrael, b'gala u'bizman kariv,
V'imheru amen.
yesh me'Rabba mevorach, le'olam olam me'amaya.
Yid Barak v'Yishtaba v'Yid Par v'Yid Romam v'Yid Naseh v'Yid Hadar v'Yid Haleh v'Yid Halal Shemei Dikudisha
Brichu.
Le'ela mim kol bir hata v'shirata
Tushbechata v'nechem atra, damira me'ama.
V'imheru amen. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai.
Please be seated.
Steve will continue leading us now in the prayer for evening.
The Ma'ariv Aravim. Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, asher bidvaro Ma'ariv Aravim, bechokma poteach she'arim uvit vuna mishanei itim, uma halif et hazmanim, sadir et hakohavim, b'mishmerotehem barkia kirtsono, borei yom balayla, golel or mipnei hoshech, v'hoshech mipnei or. Uma avir yom umevi laila. Uma avdil bein yom uvein laila. Adonai tzivaot shemo. El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu liolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai. Hama'ariv aravim.
Amen. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod, olam vaed.
V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadevarim ha'elet asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinatam lebenecha v'dibarta ba'am v'shivtecha lebetecha uvlechtecha b'derech uvshochtecha uvkumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu hetotafot b'neinecha uchtavtam al mizuzot beitecha uvisharecha liman tizkeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kiddoshim le'Elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihot lachem le'Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem
Adonai Elohechem emet.
So I'd like to welcome my friend Avi to come and join us. Avi, as I mentioned, was our guide in Israel in November. He'll be our guide in Israel this coming October for those of you that journey with us. Avi's also been in active infantry in the IDF and been fighting on our behalf since October 7th, and he's going to share a few words tonight in preparation for our prayer for captives.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Rabbi Laurie and Rabbi Flip, for this opportunity to visit this lovely community. This is the first time that I've been to Reformed Services, and it's absolutely beautiful. So I appreciate this opportunity. As Laurie mentioned, I spent about 500 days fighting in the Gazan war. Most of the time I fought in Gaza. I was also for some time up in the Syrian border as well. I'm part of an extraction team. My extraction team is a team that takes wounded and injured soldiers and deceased soldiers from the battlefield. We saved dozens of soldiers and took out many deceased soldiers as well. I know some of you have already heard this yesterday, but I'll repeat a little bit. When I wasn't with my unit, I volunteered with other units. I continued the reserves. I volunteered with the 401 Armored Unit and fought in Jabalia and Sajaiya and Netzarim and most of the areas of northern Gaza. In this time, I did many things. I also did the extraction team, also searched for weapons in Gaza. It's much easier for me to say what units I wasn't in than what I did. Throughout my time there, I found many times weapons in civilian infrastructure, RPGs, pictures of grandmothers with their Hamas grandchildren holding their weapons, etc. I found a bomb inside a baby crib, underneath laundry. It's difficult. This weekly Torah reading, we're reading from the book of Numbers, or Bamidbar. It talks about the story of the people of Israel wandering in the desert for 40 years. As the joke goes, Moses wandered for 40 years to find the only land that didn't have oil in the Middle East. The book of Numbers speaks about the journey of a people in the desert, in the wilderness. It talks about the high points and the low points. It reminds me a little bit of where we are now, where we're for this long extended period within this war, within these difficulties of this war, where we don't necessarily see a way out. We still have people underground. We can't get to them. It's painful to feel alone in this battle. Many times we feel that some of our friends that we expected to have more support. We don't always have that support. For instance, like the woman who was attacked in Colorado the other week, who survived the Holocaust but was burned here on American soil. Yesterday I took a part in the seniors program, and Shmooze, what's the name of it exactly?
Schmooze and Views.
Shmooze and Views. It was really, really my honor. I felt that many of the questions, even though there were some difficult questions, came from the heart. I'm going to read because it's, I was consoled because I felt that I wasn't alone, that everyone was trying to figure out together where we go from here. I felt that there was support. I felt that there was understanding for what's happening in Israel. When I arrived, I didn't know if I would see that understanding, but it's very warms my heart to see that understanding. And I saw that everyone is trying to find the balance between being humane and being merciful and following our Jewish values, and yet still trying to understand how we win this war and succeed in retrieving our hostages from the enemy. Okay. So from the beginning of the war, I can tell you that we've had no end of people that have supported us in Israel. We have people coming from America, setting up barbecues, helping us with equipment, bringing treats and snacks with notes from children in schools in America. We have in every unit, we have a wall with signs of children that mostly in America that have prepared for us cookies and stuff like that sent us. And it always warms our heart to know that people here are with us. There was an event a little less than a month ago. Friday night, 4 weeks ago, I was in Sajaiya in the western neighborhoods of Gaza. We went in to destroy Hamas infrastructure, and a bomb went off and injured 9 soldiers. We went in to take them out. Thank God they were all pretty much okay. But on the way out, I was with the chaplain who serves with us together, who is with us in our unit. And I said to him, think about it, how amazing it is that we have people from the whole world that are thinking about us and praying for us, caring about us. And we're not alone here. We're sitting in the sand, but we're not alone here. And he looked at me and said to me, like, of course, this is the strength of the Jewish people. So thank you for your support. I want to tell another short story of one of my connection to one of the hostages, Joshua Molel. Joshua Molel was a Tanzanian student that was invited by the program of the foreign ministry to come and study agriculture in Israel. 27 years old. He was, on October 7th, he was kidnapped to Gaza. He was beaten, stabbed, and his body was shot many times. The foreign ministry asked me to guide his father. His father came to Israel. He couldn't believe what had happened to his son. His son came to Israel only 2 weeks before the attack. He couldn't believe it, and he came to talk to people and to try and understand what happened. The foreign ministry asked me to guide him. I took him to Jerusalem, to the holy sites in Jerusalem. We were heading down towards the Western Wall in the Old City, and he took me aside and he said to me, can you please tell me, I know you're coming from Gaza, can you please tell me if you have any information about my son? They told me that he's dead, I don't believe it. Can you please, you must have some information about what happened to him. Maybe there's some chance that he's still alive. I took him down to the Western Wall, and I told him that this is a place where Jews have come for centuries to pray and to pour out their hearts. And I've never seen a person like Joshua's father pray at the Western Wall. He completely broke down there. And it was quite difficult. Joshua's body is still held by Hamas. with the rest of the hostages. We know for certain that he's from Hamas took video, so we know for certain that he was killed. But we all hope that he'll be brought back with everyone, those for proper burial and those for their long journey to heal from this event. I want to finish with a prayer that all of the hostages will be returned to their families soon. And thank you very much for being here. And thank you. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Please join us. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, matir asurim. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who helps redeem the captives.
Yai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Nidar b'kodesh, Nora tehilo, Oseh feleh, Nora tehilo, Oseh feleh, Malechutcha ra'u banecha. Okay, ayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, Ze'eli anu ve'yameru, Adonai yimlo le'olam va'ed, Adonai yimlo Le'olam va'ed. Yai lai 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 lai, lai 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 lai, yai lai yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai.
Please rise for the Amidah. Adonai sefatati ta'u fi agida tilatecha.
Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise.
Baruch atah Adonai, Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Ha'gibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, V'chonei HaKol, V'zoher Chasdei Avot V'imahot, U'mevi U'la Livnei V'neihem, Le'man Shemo V'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magin, Baruch atah Adonai, Magin Avraham V'Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol Atah Le'oshia, Mori Atal, Mechayel Chaim Behesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somich Noflim B'Rofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, B'Shenei Afar, Mi Chamocha
Umidon Melach, Melech Meimit, Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua,
V'ne'eman hata l'chayot hakol,
Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, U'kedoshim b'chol yom yehallelu chasela. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
Please take a few minutes for silent prayer, and then feel free to find your seat when you finish.
Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Hamcha. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Hamcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav. Ki ata hu melech adon, melech adon, lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech adon, melech adon, lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav.
Well, it's not often that we take the Torah out and read from it on Shabbat. What would a bar mitzvah be without one, a Torah reading? So we'll invite you to all please rise at this time. And as you do so, as our ark doors are opened, I'm going to invite Julie, Helen, Daniel, Tanya, Sandy, and David to please come join us as well.
Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, Udevar Adonai mirushalayim. Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah. Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah. Le'amo Yisrael bikedushato.
All right, Steve. Yes. You're going to, I'm not reading your portion, you're reading your portion.
So I should step up.
All right, and family of Steve are going to come over here by Cantor Josh. And Cantor, if you can pull out that's perfect.
Oh, I recognize that part.
All right, but first you'll.
Yes.
Okay, so we're just having one Aliyah tonight, but even though you are just a few years off from the spry age of 13, we still want to formally call you by the name by which you are known in the house of Israel to the Torah on this Shabbat. Cantor, please.
יעמוד, 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 שמואל בן ישראל וחיה גיטל, הבחור הבר מצווה.
Baruch Hu Adonai Hamborah.
ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
Baruch Adonai Hamborach Le'olam Va'ed.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם.
Asher Natan Lanu Torah Emet. Natan Lanu
את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
You guys come close, so you can see. I'll take you. All right.
Okay, and right there. Vayidaber Adonai El Moshe Lemor. Daber El Aharon Ve'el Banav Lemor. Ko tivarhu et bnei Yisrael Amor Lachem. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmirecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha vihunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. V'samu et shemi al bnei Yisrael. Va'ani avarechem.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Okay, I'm going to read the English translation of what I
And then
just
we'll be seated.
read. It's the priestly benediction. Adonai spoke to Moses. Speak to Aaron and his sons. Thus shall you bless the people of Israel. Say to them, Adonai, bless you and protect you. Adonai, deal kindly and graciously with you. Adonai, bestow favor upon you and grant you peace. Thus they shall link my name with the people of Israel, and I will bless them.
All right, now you can hug this group before they sit down.
Shkoyach.
Please be seated.
Good boy, yeah. You're up there.
That's what they say, huh? Well, thank you, everybody. Yeah. This evening, you heard me recite from the Torah one of the most ancient and cherished blessings, the priestly benediction. It occurs in the book of Numbers, where God instructs Moses to have Aaron and his sons, the priests or the Kohanim, bless the people of Israel. And this wasn't just a nice idea, it was a command from God. So why am I telling you this? I should be sitting there with you tonight, wondering what tonight's sermon from the rabbi will be about. Well, let me tell you why I'm here, my why for taking this on. I am 65 years old and retired from a 40-year career as an aerospace engineer. I often thought of my work as important. However, I was one of many thousands of people who work to further humanity's understanding of our planet and our immediate planetary neighborhood. But I don't believe that I was defined by my work. Instead, I define myself by what it means to be a good and responsible person, taking care of the needs of my family, being successful to fulfill my obligation to care for my family, watching my son grow up to become the responsible and caring adult he is today, and participating in my wife's endeavors to teach what it means to be the child of Holocaust survivors. And though my son became a bar mitzvah at age 13, I was not even close to being ready to take on that task when I turned 13. Well, fast forward 52 years later, and after moving to Nashville 3 years ago to live and be closer to our son and our daughter-in-law, and joining the Micah family, I started to think a little deeper about what it means to be a Jew, to pay forward my cultural and perhaps a spiritual identity to the next generation. And with the recent arrival of our grandson, now seemed like a good time to explore my Jewish identity and perhaps have some answers to the questions he may someday ask about our rich ancient heritage of ritual from a culture that has been passed down through the generations. Culturally, I am Jewish, yet I have always taken a pragmatic view of the spiritual side of Judaism. It's not easy to give into an ideology of spirituality when most of my life has been spent rationalizing the point that if you cannot see it, then it must be questioned or questionable. And maybe that's the point of my why. What I'm saying is that it's really okay to be skeptical, okay to ask questions and look for answers. I was not born into the priestly Kohanim tribe, and up until now, I was not necessarily looking to devote myself to finding my spiritual self. Yet in ancient times, there were individuals who, while not born into the priesthood, would dedicate themselves to a life of sacrifice in order to symbolically step into a priestly posture. I'm talking about the Nazarites. The reasoning for self-sacrifice certainly does not match directly with my decision to become a bar mitzvah here today. But it does speak to a need to participate in a concentrated effort to become closer to my Jewish identity and maybe even find something that, for me, symbolizes the Jewish faith. So what can I teach you about the Nazarites? Well, 3,000 or so years ago, there may have been some folks looking around and realizing that they were perhaps missing something that to them was spiritually important. The rules were strict. The Nazarite was a person who voluntarily set themselves apart for God, usually for a limited period of time. Though not born into the priestly line, the Nazarite committed to a form of priestly discipline, abstaining from wine, avoiding contact with the dead, and letting their hair grow long. In doing so, the Nazarite imitated the separateness and purity required of the priests. The parallel between the Kohanim and the Nazarite isn't accidental. Both the Nazarite vow and the priestly benediction represent two paths of consecration. One by birthright and office, the Kohen who inherits a sacred duty and speaks blessing by divine appointment, and the other by choice and devotion, the Nazarite who takes on a priestly role through personal commitment. The placing of the priestly benediction after the Nazarite laws may suggest that those who take on the Nazarite vow are symbolically stepping into a priestly posture, seeking to live in close proximity to God's presence and to embody His holiness. His holiness, even if they do not speak the benediction themselves. In this light, the priestly benediction itself becomes the culmination of the Nazarite ideal. Whether born into the priesthood or voluntarily drawn toward it, the goal is the same: to be aligned with God's presence and to dwell under His favor. So the priestly benediction doesn't just mark the end of the Nazarite laws in the Torah. It serves as a kind of divine response. God saying, yes, this is what I desire for all who set themselves apart, that they might receive my blessing, my grace, and my peace. Does self-sacrifice have to be the price of admission to be aligned with God's presence and to dwell under His favor? In other words, to be taken seriously as a Jew? Or can an ethical and perhaps spiritual life be found through moderation, taking the middle road? While the Torah permits the Nazarite vow and even situates it near the priestly benediction, not all sages saw the Nazarite path as entirely virtuous. Maimonides, the towering 12th century philosopher, legal scholar, and physician, offers a bold counterpoint rooted in his rationalist worldview. For Maimonides, the Nazarite's self-denial was not an ideal to be emulated, but a deviation from the Torah's true vision for human life. Maimonides teaches the principle of the golden mean, that a person should live with balance, avoiding extremes in behavior and emotion, whether it's anger, pleasure, or severe self-discipline. The Torah's path, he argues, is the middle road, where one enjoys the blessings of life in proportion and with self-control. So when the Nazirite abstains from wine, one of life's simple and joyful pleasures, Maimonides does not celebrate the act as inherently holy. Instead, he interprets the sin offering that the Nazirite must bring at the end of their vow as evidence that self-denial itself is kind of a failing. As he writes, Torah itself forbids. Why should you add prohibitions upon yourself? Maimonides even goes so far as to say that those who impose unnecessary self-discipline may become spiritually and emotionally imbalanced. Thus, while the Torah permits the Nazirite path, Maimonides views it as a corrective for those who struggle with excess, not an ideal. It's a temporary medicine, not a lifelong model. The highest spiritual state, in his view, is not to flee from the world, but to engage it with wisdom, temperance, and joy, living according to nature in harmony with body and soul. The Nazirite path offered a structured framework for recalibrating the soul, a kind of spiritual detox. For someone overindulging in life's pleasures, the Nazirite vow was a form of radical accountability. By denying themselves wine, a symbol of joy and festivity, they weren't rejecting joy itself, but retraining their desire, creating space to reconnect with spirituality and their higher self. The fact that the Torah permits, even honors this choice, while also requiring a sin offering at its conclusion, shows the delicate balance. Such self-denial may be necessary for some, but it's not the normative path. It's a spiritual intervention, not a lifelong calling. In short, the Nazirite chose an extreme path, not because holiness requires it, but because they required it, to develop the mastery over self that would eventually allow them to return to a more balanced and joyful life, now with greater inner strength. And here's why the priestly benediction may have been placed appropriately at the end of the Nazirite laws. Their culmination was to receive a priestly benediction as a means of honoring their period for self-sacrifice. For me, the bar mitzvah is a continuance to carry on with the customs, rituals, and spirit of Judaism's rich ancient heritage that I am committed to pass down to future generations. Well, this is a long way of saying that becoming a bar mitzvah at age 65 may have strengthened my roots in Judaism, but not necessarily changed my worldview as a deeper form of spirituality. The culture and rituals of being Jewish are what I find important because it helps define my character, my identity, and my history. And that is something that should be shared with our children as they go forward. And I think that's what defines me, and that's my why. Finally, I would like to take this last moment to thank Rabbi Lori Rice and Cantor Bernie Gutchen for taking their time to help me with my preparations and walking me through the steps of becoming a bar mitzvah. I'd like to thank my wife, Julie, for her encouragement and her support. I'd also like to say that this is not just a time to reflect on what it means to be Jewish, but to remain strong and supportive of one another and vigilant in these troubling times of external threats to the Jewish community. It is also a time to remember those who came before me. My father, Irving, who we lost a couple of years ago, and my wife's parents, Hannah and Walter, who survived the Holocaust. In each of their own ways, they left me with a lasting legacy that deserves to be remembered. Shabbat Shalom.
No, Steve, you're coming back this way. See, Steve, you just did what every bar and bat mitzvah candidate does, and they try and leave right away. Am I done? Am I done? Am I done? But we have a tradition here. This is
giving
our,
me a Torah?
This is our scroll of names. It's not a Torah like Genesis through Deuteronomy. It's our
Yeah.
scroll of
Oh,
names.
look at this.
And everybody
Oh,
who
wow.
honors the Brit Mitzvah process signs this scroll, and you must sign as well.
Okay, with my shaking hand.
Yes.
Okay. Calm down.
There you are. You're right
Right,
under Susanna.
right there. Okay. How's that?
Perfect.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yes.
And we would be remiss if we did not bless you with the blessing that you so beautifully
Oh.
chanted, which
What goes
Cantor
around
and
comes
I
around.
would like to do. You want it, Cantor?
Okay.
So we're going to bring you in the
Oh,
middle
okay.
here.
יברכך אדוני וישמרך.
Steve, may God bless you and keep you always.
יעד אדוני פניו אליך ויחונך.
May God's blessing shine upon you and through you.
יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישם לך שלום.
And may you know the greatest gift any of us can receive. It's the gift of wholeness and of peace, of shalom and shlimut. Together we say, Amen.
Thank you.
Big mazel tov. We pause before continuing to think of those in our community in need of healing. We think of Linda Tracy, Pam Cohen, Florence Wittenstein, Matt Taunton, Cesar Carrillo, Jason Dixon, Michelle Parks, Ali Feller, Valerie Rosenbaum, Kim Keller, Bill Schreibman, Ebby Sandberg, John Mitchell, Tobias Houghton, Olivia Fogel, and Mark Stern. Please share names of those you are thinking of as well. Misha Berach, Avraham, Yitzhak, v'Yaakov, v'imotenu Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leah, hu yivarach v'yirapeh kol hamikotenu, im refuat ha'nefesh, v'refuat ha'guf, im refuat shlema. May the one who blessed our ancestors before us bless us with a complete healing, whether that be a healing of body or a healing of soul, and I would add, or a cessation from pain. We say, Baruch atah Adonai rofei hacholim, blessed are you, Adonai our God, the one who brings healing to the sick. And together we say,
Amen.
Amen. If you would like to join us on the Bima to come close to Torah and help open our ark doors for Aleinu, we welcome you to do so. At this time, please rise as the Torah is lifted.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. יאללה לי 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 יאי לי 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 יאללה לי 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 Yai lai 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 lai.
Does anybody from Steve's family want to come join us to open ark doors? Julie, come on up. Oh yeah, we're coming. We got it.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו ושמו אחד.
We think of those whose yortzites fall on this Shabbat. Bryn Marion Brooker, Ann Chernus, David Chernus, Natalie Feldman, Lillian Geller, Erwin Green, Elizabeth Ann Griffin, George Hahn, Martha Ellen Hummel, Mildred Hutner, Israel Kahn, Jack Koch Sr., Sidney Levine, Art Lubell, Morton Malkowski, Teresa Mallow, Julia Richart, Bernard Sanderson, Saul Smith, William Williamson, Victor Zager. We continue mourning for David Grodsky, Jeff Margolis, Yaron Lashinsky, Sarah Milgram, Rusty King, Ann Evans, Don Luis Senzori, Greta Glick, Robert Oglander, Julio Ernesta Mejia Perez, Charlene Estrin, Richard Hiller, Brian Hitchcock, Rabbi Micah Ellenson, Richard Heller, Leslie Susan Winner, Ethel Ress, Mark Hiller, Craig Smith, Nancy Lee Glynn, Clinton Thomas McCormick, Ken Eisenberg, Alton Grove, Judith Mandel, Jonathan Biller, Gertrude B. Noren, Sidney Rappaport, Alan Grolman, Jeff Harwood, David Ploshnik, Alvina Pereira, Homer Middleton, Dr. Daniel Bachman, Michael Walsh, Alan Elliott Goldstein, Joyce Abramowitz Margolis, Judith Richter, Carol Isabel Korn, and David Crystal. If I did not mention the name of your loved one, please do so at this time. Please join us in Mourner's Kaddish. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, Ve'almad yivrach Yudutei v'yamlich Malchutei, V'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayei v'chol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agalah v'zman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olamei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei kudsha b'richu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mamav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Zichronam livracha, may the memories of our loved ones be every day for us a blessing. And we say one final time together,
Amen.
Amen. All right. So the name of the bakery is? Flowery Dreams. Flower Your Dreams is in charge of our challah for tonight. You're going to want to try that, I just want to say. Kedem is in charge of our grape juice for tonight. No, I don't know.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen chayam. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom.